And coming to the microphone now will be Peter Hinckle. He has some loose ends to tie up for us, some announcements to make, and just a reminder, please check your cell phones to make sure they're in the vibrate or mute setting. Thank you very much. Peter?
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. Well, the first task I have is to point out that on your table you'll find a citizen's pledge to support the Constitution. And you may have already taken an oath to uphold and support and defend the Constitution if you were in the military or if you were in the legislature. We're asking you, though, to do that again. And there are several reasons for that. One I want to mention is that we have an opportunity to raise sort of awareness of the Constitution with all these different candidates that are descending upon New Hampshire. And here's a good opportunity to ask them some questions about the Constitution. Like I heard one question was, explain Article 1 of the Constitution, and the person started to talk about the First Amendment. So it reveals the knowledge that some of these candidates have about the Constitution. So we're asking that you would sign this pledge, pass it around the table. I hope there's a pen somewhere on your table. And maybe you'll carry forth the spirit that we have here tonight into the campaigns that are going on. Now, there'll be another opportunity to do something about the Constitution, which I'll mention in a minute. Next, I have the pleasure of making an award here. And in the past, NHCCS has made a practice of issuing several different awards. One was the Founders Award, given to people who have helped to advance the educational objectives of the NHCCS. We've also had the Liberty and Union Award for a public official who has performed not as a politician, but as a statesman. This year marks the 16th time NHCCS has hosted Constitution Day, an occasion which commemorates the day of the framers of the Constitution finished their work as delegates to the Philadelphia Convention. It was an endeavor rooted in loyalty towards saving the Revolution, where so many of our 18th century forebears paid the ultimate price in support of the patriot cause. So tonight, we're launching the Loyalty Award to be issued one who is a friend to the Constitution and who has demonstrated their loyalty to preserving it. And I want to mention here one way that this person has demonstrated this loyalty to the Constitution has been willing to appear before the legislature and testify in front of committees whenever there's been a constitutional issue involved. And I can tell you from having been there, it's a great help to have people come and support that particular viewpoint. So this Loyalty Award tonight is not just another engraved trophy to set on the shelf somewhere, or a clock to hang on the wall, or a plate to be hung on the wall. The Loyalty Award is an engraved ingot of pure silver, chosen for its intrinsic value and for its scarcity. So this year, it's going to someone who exemplifies those same intrinsic values as a patriot, as a true friend to the Constitution and to NHCCS. Diane Gilbert has told me that she can't recall a NHCCS Constitution event where he was not present to represent the organization. So he could always be, as I said, counted to testify on the constitutional issues involved in the legislature. And I bring this up because here's an opportunity for all of you. We have a room full of people here with a great knowledge of the Constitution. And you come to these events and you kind of build on that constitutional knowledge. And then the question is, what can you do with it? Well, you can appear before the legislature to testify on bills that involve constitutional issues. You can find out about those because all those bills will be listed on the state website. You can look under the House. And if you find something that looks like it has a constitutional issue involved, you can find the actual bill that's being introduced to see if there is, in fact, a real issue involved there. So I would encourage all of you to follow the example set by our recipient tonight in carrying forth the message of the Constitution. So it's my pleasure to ask Bill McNally to come forward and accept the award. Bill. Come right ahead. It's in here somewhere. So I want to say, I have to say this, Bill, or Diane will be mad at me. This is our way of saying thank you for your steadfast patriotism, your support of NHCCS, and for being a most loyal friend to the most perfect political document ever written, the Constitution of the United States. So, thank you. And would you like to say some words?
I would like to say a couple words. The New Hampshire legislators are trying to rewrite our federal Constitution by enacting an Article 5 constitutional convention. And that bill needs to be defeated. We need to introduce a bill. We need to find a legislator in New Hampshire with the courage to introduce the bill to rescind the previous and all extant calls for a constitutional convention. So if there's a legislator that would like to step up to the plate, I have a bill already written that would do that. We just need someone to introduce it. So I'm sure you'd have a lot of people from this area here coming up to testify. And we have lots and lots of information. Look at our table outside here with the John Birch Society. There are dozens of articles on this federal Constitution and why the Mark Levin's risky proposal should be defeated. So thank you very much.
So would you care to look at your award now?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I've heard a description of it, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I understand it's very striking.
Oh, what is it? I got to get my glasses on. What is that?
It's a pure silver ingot.
Oh, it is pure silver.
Yeah.
A pure silver ingot. Love it. I thought, isn't that supposed to be what our federal money is printed? Thank you very much for the award. I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, next, lots of you, I hope, have been buying raffle tickets. So we're at the point here to have the drawing for the raffles. And Nancy is coming forward. She's got some help here. We're going to start off the raffles. I'm going to kind of put it into her hands since she knows far more about this than I do.
We're first going to draw from the red tickets the NRA pistol class in Manchester. And let's see, where is
He's right there.
Ambassador? Would you come up front, please? We want you to draw the first ticket. I'll rip it open. That's all right. All right. We shook them up real good, but we'll do it again. Whoa. Number 7032790.
I can't even see it.
7032790. I hear somebody say right here. Come on up. Thank you. All right. Take the.
So was
I'm doing the red tickets first. We'll get in a minute. We're going to have you draw the next ticket, sir. Whoop. Well, you did. You won. Congratulations. The next one is going to be for Sig Sauer. One-day course, $250 value. Can you pick your own? Sure. 7032791. Dead. Do we have a winner? 7032791.
That's what I said.
You're all set.
It's in the back table.
It's in the back table. We'll give it to you later. Thank you.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go grab the flags and get them up there. We're gonna give these ones.
The next one is for the Camp Constitution. Sir. Seven zero three two seven seven nine. 7032779. Congratulations, sir. Would you please come up? All right,
779.
that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to have you draw the next ticket. These are the gray tickets. This one is for a New Hampshire flag. Thank you.
Thank you.
7672875. 7672875. Who's the lucky winner? Sarah. Yes. Stay right. Doesn't belong there. 7672949.
Which red wine?
This is for the red wine. This, yes,
Our daily red?
our daily bread. Congratulations. Lydia. Seven six seven two nine four seven, and this is for the Live Free or Die wine. Dr. Paul. What? Her husband. These are dead. Done. Okay. The next ticket is for a 3x5 U.S. flag. Seven six seven two 904. Congratulations, Maureen.
What was it, 3x5?
This is for the Don't Tread on Me flag, Live Free or Die. $7672,895. 7672,895. Up. Congratulations, Ed. Cool. What have we got? Oh, door prizes.
We still have these to go.
We can't. I've drawn them all. They'll pick them up after. They went to their seats. That's why I don't bring them up.
Never called.
Diane Gilbert's son-in-law donated the flags, by the way. And for those of you who didn't get your flags when I called your number, Kathy will have them for you.
These were never,
They've already been up. Okay. And Ed, you didn't pick a ticket out of the bucket.
this is the door prize.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
We're all set.
No, they have,
Oh. Okay.
probably because it's a mask flag. Is that it? That's a mask, look at the thing.
It is.
It is.
3x5 Massachusetts flag, 7672849. 7672849.
For the Massachusetts flag.
The Massachusetts state flag. Yes.
We can understand why everyone's not jumping up. Are you burning it?
So this is the last flag?
POW.
Okay.
He needs to draw that. And she wants them to say that the flags have been donated by All-American Signs in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
The flags have been donated by All American Signs
In Plymouth, Massachusetts.
in Plymouth, Massachusetts. This is for the 3x5 POW flag, and the number is 7672864. 7672864. Nobody has 7672864? Gray ticket.
Going once.
Going once, going twice. I'm going to draw another ticket.
Right here?
Oh, wait a minute. He's got it. Just in the nick of time. 7672864. 7672950. Oh, Lydia, again, good for you. And now we're going to draw the door prizes.
So we have three, right?
We have 3 door prizes. All right. I'll hold it up. We have a year's subscription to the New American Magazine, and the ticket is 4689747 on an orange ticket. 4689747.
Except for the Jan Birch. Pick the next one.
Yes.
Well, then give him one of the.
No, give me large. I'm a little guy.
The next ticket is 4689782, and this will be for the New American subscription, 1-year subscription. Congratulations.
Tell her what she needs to do with that magazine.
The next ticket is 4689737 for an extra large t-shirt. Four six 89737. I think we have a winner. Is this stuff going to be in your way?
No, it's okay.
All right, we'll just leave it there.
Yeah, while you're here.
One last announcement that I will make. On October 25th, from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Epping Town Hall, the Greater Epping Republicans will be holding a venue called, actually our title is Judicial Overreach, the Supreme Court on Trial. And we would like to have anyone and everyone who can come do so. If you can't come, please spread the word. We want as many people there as we can because the Supreme Court is getting away with just too much. They're not supposed to make laws, as we all know. Thank you.
All right, now we come to the commercial part of the program. I'm glad to see you were all waiting for your desserts, so you're not going to want to evacuate the room all of a sudden. We have some books and publications out here on the tables that I want to draw your attention to. One of them is called By Tyranny Out of Necessity, The Bastardry of Martial Law. This book provides a definitive analysis of martial law, what it is, why it may be imposed on this country in the course of a nation economic crisis, and how, except in one very specific form, it flies in the face of both the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. And this is a book by Edwin Vieira. You've already heard his brilliance tonight. Here's a lot more of it. This book's available out here on the NHCCS table. And on that subject of martial law, we have a very serious situation, I think, in New Hampshire, in that we have a state statute that would enable the governor to institute martial law using foreign troops. In the case the governor calls a state of emergency, and he deems that we need additional help in this state, he could call on the police from the 5 provinces above us in Canada to come and help maintain law and order in the state, even though they don't know our values, our customs, and our traditions here. Worse than that, he could also ask for the military from Canada to come into the state and impose martial law, even though they don't know any of our traditions and values, and so, our Constitution especially. So you can look this up. It's Chapter 108 in the state statutes. Very serious. I tried one time already to get that repealed and ran into a brick wall. The other item here by Dr. Vieira is The Sword and Sovereignty. If I can make this out, I'll get my good eyes on here. Small type. The Sword and Sovereignty, the Constitutional Principles of the Militia of the Several States. It's a complete, comprehensive study, 2,304 pages, and so forth. It's all on this CD here. You're going to hear Dr. Daly talking in a few minutes about interposition, and a fascinating subject. He also has a 4 CD set on that subject, and it's very complex but very, very interesting, completely covered in this CD set. It's available out here on his table with the other publications from the Plymouth Rock Foundation. Along that same line, we have a video here on nullification, which is a little different than interposition, so Dr. Daly tells me. So I'll leave it up to him to explain the difference if you ask. Now, I've got one more thing here to do. I don't have my hands on it recently, but I found an article on the internet in which the author suggested, just subtly, the removal of the Thomas Jefferson Memorial in Washington, D.C. And this came out of California, and you know how things start in California, and they work their way eastward. So this is somebody floating the idea to see if anybody jumps up and objects to it. So expect to hear more about that. So along that same line, we have a book called The Jefferson Lies. And we're going to be, I think, in the situation of having to defend Thomas Jefferson. This is the book that will help you do that. Just as an example, here's one chapter, Thomas Jefferson fathered Sally Hemings' children, right? The book will tell you about that. Also, line number 4, Thomas Jefferson was a racist who opposed equality for black America. Well, let's find out the truth. If you want more of the truth about Jefferson, we have a book out on the table called The Real Thomas Jefferson. You can read what he said in his own words, not what other people said about him. And my last announcement, I'm again reminded to remind you about the parking tickets. Everybody have their parking tickets taken care of. All righty. Thank you very much.
Crop TV.